Just when you thought you could turn your back and walk away, the dark cloud of human indignity follows you. You have no choice but to turn and look it in the eye. It's the sex offender hit list.
Down in Louisiana, the Beauregard Parish Sheriff's Department says a convicted sex offender has been arrested on child sexual abuse material charges. Sheriff Mark Herford says deputies have arrested 42-year-old Christopher Colton of DeRidder, and at last word, he remains behind bars. Good thing. Colton was charged with 2 counts of child sexual abuse material involving juveniles and 1 count of failure to register as a sex offender. At last word, bond has not yet been set. Brandon Colson, a 38-year-old of Manhattan, was arrested on Saturday around midnight in the 1000 block of Laramie Street. Colson was arrested on the probable cause offense of abusing a child, knowingly torturing, cruelly beating, or striking a child, as well as sexual battery under 6 years old. Colson has previous convictions for burglary, forgery, and aggravated escape from custody, according to the Kansas Department of Corrections. His total bond for this case was set at $100,000, and he's still being confined.
Now get in there!
A man who authorities say dropped his cell phone while vandalizing vehicles outside a Des Plaines business is facing felony charges alleging police found child sexual abuse material on the device. 36-year-old Mark Chyman of the 9000 block of North Clifton Avenue in Niles is charged with child sexual abuse material and criminal damage to property as a result of an investigation launched April 20th, the Des Plaines police said Monday. Police said officers responded that day to the 300 block of Potter Road in Des Plaines for a report of damage being done to vehicles and the property. The damage included a broken ring camera, a cracked flower pot, and 2 broken side mirrors on 2 vehicles. The property owner told police he located a cell phone on the ground where one of the vehicles was parked and believed it belonged to the person responsible for the damage. Police said detectives later reviewed surveillance camera footage from the property and saw a man damaging the vehicles, ring camera, and the flower pot as well. And they also seen him drop a cell phone at the scene. On April 29th, detectives obtained a search warrant for the cell phone through the Cook County State's Attorney's Office and were able to determine Chyman was its owner. And during the execution of the warrant, multiple images of sensitive nature were located on that cell phone. Chyman was subsequently arrested Thursday, and prosecutors' motion for pretrial detention was denied, and he was Saturday pending a scheduled court appearance Tuesday at the Cook County Courthouse in Skokie. So I guess we'll find out tomorrow what's going on with this chomo. Loganville, Georgia. A former lay cheer coach with Walton County School District was arrested and charged with felony child exploitation. Charles Archibald Moore, a 31-year-old of Snellville, was arrested on May 10th and booked into the Walton County Detention Center. He's being charged with 2 counts of child exploitation, 1 associated with pornographic/obscene material. He was released, the same day. Unreal.
Yeah, my mother told me there'd be days like this.
A New Braunfels man was sentenced last week to 83 years in prison for sexual abuse of a 13-year-old girl. A Como County jury on May 16th found Gustavo Gonzalez Jr., a 36-year-old, guilty of 3 counts of aggravated sexual assault of a child and 2 counts of indecency with a minor. The investigation began in 2021 when the girl reported the abuse to a middle school counselor. Gonzalez had been in a relationship with the girl's mother, who was at work during the abuse. Let's see here. Investigators matched male DNA that was found on the girl's body with Gonzalez. The girl testified during the trial that Gonzalez had been seen as a trusted father figure in the household. It's kind of sick how they weasel their way in. The victim told the jury that the day after Gonzalez sexually assaulted her, he cried and apologized to her, the Como County DA's office said. She stated that Gonzalez told her he would be killed if he went to jail and offered to buy her a cell phone in an attempt to bribe her. She reported that abuse to her school counselor the next morning. Another victim testified during Gonzalez's trial. Now an adult, the woman had lived in his home when she was 13, and she became pregnant with Gonzalez's child when she was 14. The jury sentenced Gonzalez to a total of 83 years in prison for the 5 charges because Judge Glenn Devlin granted prosecutors' request for the sentences to run consecutively. See ya, Chomo. Down in Florida, an Apollo Beach man was arrested on Friday after police discovered that he was trying to have sex with a minor, according to the St. Petersburg Police Department. Police say Ryan James Rustin, a 41-year-old, used an online escort website and a secondary texting app on his cell phone to have sexually explicit conversations with someone who he thought was a 15-year-old girl. According to officials, an undercover detective was pretending to be that teen. Rustin arranged a meeting for the purposes of engaging in sexual activity with the person that he thought was a minor and was arrested at the predetermined location. After being read his rights, authorities say Rustin admitted to having the conversations, and Rustin offered to pay the child $200 and then $400 for unprotected sex so he could get her pregnant with his son, according to the law enforcement there. Well, that's disgusting. During the chat, detectives say Rustin said, "If I get busted, I'll go to prison for the rest of my life." Well, damn right you will. Rustin was charged with traveling to meet a minor, lewd and lascivious battery attempted, seduction of a child using internet or elect, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. See ya, Chomo.
I'd like to know what dirty stool pigeon squealed on me.
Tyler County Sheriff Brian Weatherford said a Woodsville man has been arrested following an investigation into his alleged sexual abuse of a child. According to Weatherford, the investigation began on May 5th and culminated with the arrest of 60-year-old Kevin Lyle Powell. Weatherford said investigators concluded that Powell sexually abused the child on multiple occasions. Weatherford also said that a search warrant at Powell's home turned up several pieces of evidence. Powell has been charged with continuous sexual abuse of a child, and his bond was set at $750,000. North Carolina. The Rutherford County Sheriff's Office said they have made 2 arrests following a child sexual abuse material investigation that began in late April. Rutherford County's Criminal Investigations Division said they conducted several interviews and secured multiple search warrants in the process. The Rutherford County Sheriff's Office reported that on Tuesday, May 14th, Christopher Alex Clark of Mooresboro was arrested and charged with 4 counts of first-degree sexual exploitation of a minor and 1 count of indecent liberties with a child. The Sheriff's Office also said that on May 16th, Destiny Nicole Gilliland of Forest City was arrested on 4 counts of first-degree exploitation of a minor and 4 counts of second-degree exploitation of a minor. The pair is accused of creating and sending child sexual abuse material. Clark and Gilliland are both being held in the Rutherford County Detention Center. Clark's bond is secured at $300,000, and Gilliland's bond, surprisingly, is secured at $500,000. See ya, Chomo and Chomette.
I'm gonna give you solitary confinement for 99 years.
Jefferson County jury found Kevin Paul Copeland, a 47-year-old of Peverly, guilty of first-degree child molestation, a Class B felony that carries a penalty of 5 to 15 years in prison. He's scheduled to be sentenced on August 6th, according to the Jefferson County Prosecuting Attorney's Office. Copeland had been charged in January of last year with 3 counts of first-degree attempted sodomy, 3 counts of first-degree child molestation, and first-degree harassment. According to court documents, the trial was held May 14th and 15th. 2 girls told investigators that Copeland sexually abused them multiple times during a 7-year period. The girls were younger than 14 at the time, and the alleged victims also said Copeland sent them a series of text messages on December 16th of 21. One of the text messages said, "Your guy's expletive is going to kill me." And another message said, "I loaded a gun. I can't believe this. So I'm done because after stuff like that, it's unforgivable." Well, guess what? Yeah, it is unforgivable. The probable cause statement said that Copeland sent a message the same day threatening to sue the alleged victim also. Copeland allegedly told investigators he did not recall inappropriately touching one of the victims, and he allegedly said that he did not have a loaded gun and threatened to kill himself either. Well, I think you're wrong, buddy. See ya, Chomo. A Jefferson City man was charged with the sexual exploitation of a minor child. Jefferson City police arrested Michael C. Malte on May 5th for an unrelated domestic assault, but when he was arrested, Malte had a Samsung cell phone which was owned by someone else. And while in the Cole County Jail, Malte signed over the phone to its owner. The phone's owner looked over the phone, discovering a video. Court documents state Malte was seen in the video masturbating in front of a child. The phone's owner notified law enforcement immediately, and on Wednesday, prosecutors charged Malte with sexual exploitation of a minor child. Disgusting.
Let me out of here! Let me out of here!
One for a rainbow, one for Amanda.
Who you playing with, sweetie?
Amanda.
Oh, who are you?
I'm Amanda. I'm 6, and I love unicorns.
Sexual predators are seeking kids online.
We don't know Amanda.
Learn how to report abuse at end-violence.org/protect.
When a child experiences trauma, they can be stripped of their ability to imagine. But imagination is colors. All the colors. Imagination is freedom. And whatever you want it to be. But a child without imagination is not a child at all. Will you help defend our right to imagine?